happening, y'all? Welcome back. This is the Creatia Conversation, the number one news source for all that nerd ish on Pornhub. I am your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I am joined today by a very special guest from ShElite ShElite Showcase. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how words got so difficult all of a sudden, but they did. Katie Kinzy, baby. Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good, Travis. How are you?
I think I'm okay. I don't know what happened there. No, I'm not. Clearly. Not sure at all.
It's all right. It's a Monday. It's fine.
It is. It is a Monday.
It is.
But how are you today? You doing all right? Outside of me
good.
flubbing up your name?
That's okay. There's been worse things. It's okay. But no, I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Well, glad to have you today. First time on the Creatia Conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Frequently on Smacking It Raw, though, but good to have you here for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you been watching lately, though, Katie? What you been playing? What's been going on in Katie's world?
Not a lot, but I just finished Narcos on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm halfway through season 2 of Narcos Mexico.
Got you. Did I watch season 2 of Narcos Mexico? I've watched all of. I think I haven't seen season 2 of Narcos Mexico yet. That's one of those. I was like, I'm gonna get back to that, and then other things happened, and then I forgot it existed.
Fair, yeah. I had some downtime. I had a few days off of work, so I binged Narcos, finished that, and then I was like, "Oh, there's a Narcos Mexico."
Oh yeah.
Started that. I'll probably end up finishing it tonight, and then I'll just have season 3 left, and then I'm done with that. Playing.
Yes, I did glitch out for a second there. It was,
and it happens. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. Playing. I plan on playing The Last of Us Part 2 soon. It's just when I, open it and get to it.
But you've played Part 1 though.
Yeah. I finished 1 like right as the show came out.
Okay. And you watched the first season of the show?
Oh, I loved the first season of the show.
Okay. Good. Okay. Anything else new at all of them?
That's mainly it.
Okay.
If I'm not doing that stuff, I'm podcasting in some way, shape, or form. So
got you. Like you're doing right now. I see.
I know, crazy. I do a lot of podcasts.
I know the feeling. Well, not much new happening. I started the second season of Shadow and Bone on Netflix. I hadn't been waiting on that one for a while, so that one came. I'm like, yep, let's go ahead and watch this. It dropped on Thursday, so we've gotten through I think 3 episodes of it so far.
Okay.
Trying not to rush all the way through it. Finished the first season of Unprisoned on Hulu. Another good show. Okay. As far as playing, still working my way through Hogwarts Legacy. It's one that's going to take a while. Problem is, actually, I want it to be done, though. Not because I'm tired of the game, but because there's other things I want to play. And I'm like, if I go and start playing something else, I'll never come back to this. I just know how I am. So
I'm the same way. I understand.
I'll get distracted by the new shiny thing, and I'll keep doing those things. Like, oh, right. They re-released Legend of Dragoon. I got to go back and play that again. Even though I've played that game at least 7 times. But it's so good, though. It's so good, so underrated. But yeah, that's it as far as new stuff for me. But first, I need to acknowledge the chat real quick because Will came in, as he always likes to do, and say he was first. He actually was not first this time.
He was not first.
Yeah. We had a couple comments before you even got up in here, Will. We have, someone who was very familiar and saw, what this episode is about. We're going to definitely be talking some good burger today. But yeah. And what's up, Just? Good to see you. But yes, you did beat him. You did. And I'm proud of you.
Good job, Bakley.
Um, but with that being said, let's get into newsy time.
News time.
Yeah. So we got a few fun stories here, but um honestly, my favorite story that came out over the weekend, it actually happened Friday on Fallon. Good Burger 2 is coming. It's set to come out on Paramount Plus, and I'm extremely excited for this. Like, way more excited than I thought I'd be about a Good Burger 2. Um, did you see the first Good Burger movie?
Oh, I love that movie. I watched it at work like last week just because.
It's a fantastic movie. It's
Great.
it's so great. But here's the story. So Good Burger 2 has officially been greenlit at Paramount Plus with original stars Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell set to return. This story comes from Variety, by the way. The news was revealed on Friday's episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The sequel to the beloved Nickelodeon film will begin production in May with plans to debut it on Paramount Plus later in 2023. So it's coming later this year, which is so good. And they're actually like they're talking about filming in, over the summer and everything too. So that's like okay, that's a quick drop, but okay, I'm with it. Um, but yeah, how you feeling about getting a Good Burger 2 now?
I'm okay with it. I'm about it. Like I said, I remember my brother and I watching the original all the time. And it's just that like comedy where you can just laugh about it. Like I still make jokes with my siblings about this movie all the time.
Oh man, it was one when it first came out. It was I forgot what channel it used to come on all the time. It was one of those movie channels where it was just like I every time it was on there, I just watched it.
Yeah.
It just because. And there's no reason to, but I just did it. Like there were other things I could have watched at that time. Like, you know what? Nope, Good Burger's on. I'm gonna watch Good Burger. And that was what it was. The funny thing about it was because it was always already on when I started watching it, like I think I only saw it from the very beginning, like twice.
Oh Jesus.
Every other time I just came in while it was already on. So it was just like, oh, it's really good though seeing them getting back together again though.
Mm-hmm.
I actually watched them on the Tonight Show, and it's interesting between the two of them. The one that's had the most success is Kenan, but if you look back on their things of them together, when you think about their shows like Kenan and Kel and Good Burger and all that, the standout in those movies was Kel. He was
Kel,
the
yeah.
interesting one. Like Kenan was always playing the straight man against Kel's craziness, and it was like Kenan and Kel was like who loves orange soda. That's what you remember. You
Yeah.
know what was Kenan's line from Kenan and Kel? Exactly. Like when it came to Good Burger, what was Kel's big line in Good Burger? We all know it.
Welcome Go Burger, home of Go Burger. Can I take your order?
Exactly. What was Kenan's?
Nothing.
Exactly. But somehow Kenan's the one that made it, and it's so weird to me. But good to see them both back together again. And I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Oh yeah, and it's the fact that it's the two of them, and they're the ones who've been pushing for this. If
Yeah,
they try to like redo it with different people, it wouldn't work.
yeah. It's characters that they're known for. It's well, character that Ed is known that Kel is known for.
Yeah,
Um, but the two of them together is what makes that work.
100%.
But yeah, that's what's coming, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. In some not as exciting news, but more of just oh really kind of thing. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. It came out over the weekend, and critics are not too hype on it. Um, the thing about it, though, that really gets my attention about it is on Rotten Tomatoes right now. It is. Let me see. Come on, stop being difficult. It's it's rotten on Rotten Tomatoes right now. It's 50 at a 53 right now,
Wow.
but the audience score is an 88. which means people who are not critics, who are like, trying to nitpick and find everything wrong with the movie, who are just there to watch the movie, like the movie.
Yeah.
But critics are in there probably talking about it, just story structure and all that kind of stuff. The problem is a lot of times people forget that the purpose of movies is to be entertained.
Yeah.
And looks like 88% of the audience was entertained.
That's all that matters.
Exactly. Um, Looking at the reviews, let's just see what some of these reviews are saying. Some of the ones that put it at the rotten. Let's see some from real reviews, and real is spelled like movie real, REEL.
Mm-hmm.
From James. Yeah, something would it be? I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. An undercooked casserole of cliched narrative elements, underdeveloped characters, juvenile humor, and a Deus Ex Machina cameo is the summary of his review here. Um, First of all, the Deus Ex Machina, I mean, that's a thing in movies. It's kind of just what they do. I don't know why you
Mm-hmm.
have a problem with it now. Also, juvenile humor. Well, yeah, technically the movie's for kids.
And they are kids who just become
Yeah,
superheroes.
exactly. So it's just, I don't know. It's just the way people review movies is strange to me sometimes.
Yeah.
But then we got other ones from comicbookmovie.com who saying, pretty positive on it. Said, despite lacking so much of what made Shazam great, there's fun to be had with Fury of the Gods, a movie that serves as a reminder the DCEU wasn't all bad. It's just a shame it never quite manages to electrify us in the same way as its predecessor. And that's kind of what I've been seeing too, that it's from people that have seen it, like, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as, it doesn't give you the feels as much as the first one did, but
Yeah.
still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You plan on seeing Shazam, Fury of the Gods?
Maybe. I mean, I actually just watched Shazam all the way through for the first time like 2 weeks ago because it was on
Oh,
TV.
what'd you think of it?
It's not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the idea. It's. I mean, I'm more Marvel, but I'll never turn down a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, it did what it had to do. That's fine. I may or may not go see Fury of the Gods. Who knows?
Yeah, I plan on seeing it. It just wasn't must watch this opening weekend kind of thing for me. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shazam. Yes, take your son to go see it, 'cause that's actually who the movie's for. So yeah, enjoy it with the kids.
Exactly.
We mentioned The Last of Us earlier. So Last of Us Part 2, Season 2, I guess.
Mm.
Looking like it's not coming till possibly 2025.
Yeah.
So this is from IGN. It comes from actually a conversation with Bella Ramsey, plays Ellie in The Last of Us. So this article from Adele Anchor's Range. The first season of The Last of Us wrapped up just over a week ago, but the second season isn't likely to arrive until late 2024 or early 2025. As reported by The Independent, Bella Ramsey, who plays Ellie in the HBO adaptation of The Last of Us, recently appeared on the Jonathan Ross show in the UK to discuss the post-apocalyptic drama and warned fans that they might not see a new episode for almost 2 years. Basically, she said, it'll be a while. I think we'll probably shoot at the end of this year, beginning of next. So it'll probably be at the end of 24, early 2025, which makes sense. They haven't started shooting yet. Of course, you're supposed to start shooting later on this year. And the development of these shows takes time, but it's a lot more going into it. It's not, like a sitcom where they shoot it and then it comes out like 3 weeks later kind of thing. So yeah, they're shooting all the episodes at once. They got to put everything together, put the clickers in there and all the CGI and all that kind of stuff. It all takes time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a while. I know some people are a little disappointed they got to wait so long, but I mean, we kind of gotten used to this with like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon and all of them. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, like they didn't even start filming yet, and the show just finished. Like the last episode just aired a week ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Pedro Pascal and I love Bella Ramsey. So like seeing when they come back for season 2 of possibly like 2 more seasons that'll come after that, maybe at least one more season after season 2, that they've been talking about. It's like I'm fine waiting because that means they're gonna up everything. You're gonna add more things. People were mad there weren't a lot of infected in this season, which like okay, this was more they need to get the story out.
Yeah.
They
And
can
it's
do all that next
always,
season.
yeah, and I'm sure they'll do a whole lot more of the infected next season. But this one was
Oh yeah.
like really about establishing Joel and Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
and who they are as characters. And I love how Neil Druckmann, when he was talking about this story, director of The Last of Us. For those of you out there who don't know who Neil Druckmann is, he was talking about this story and he's put it together. And he was just like, "Yo, like The Last of Us is a love story, and that's not a good thing." Like, and it's like the kind of things that you're willing to do and the things that you go through for someone you love.
Yep.
And sometimes when you love someone, you got to kill everybody in the hospital. Like,
bro, massacred people. There was nothing behind those eyes. He was on a mission.
Yeah, that was it. And it's one of those, I'm still thinking about that because like things I never actually played the game, but I've heard so much about the game. I know it's another one of those things I just never got around to. It's on my PlayStation right now.
Well, finish Hogwarts Legacy and let's go, Travis.
But I want to play Legend of Dragoon again. But yeah, it's sitting there and I want to play it, but it's just like every time I'm getting ready to, something else gets my attention more, and it's just But like I said, that last part when he's going through and it hits that thing where he's just like, nope, this ain't happening, and everybody in there got to die now. It's just like I get it. I get it. It's just no, you don't get to kill my kid. Fuck everybody else. Like that's literally how he felt.
That's literally what happens.
Yeah. But speaking of his massacre in the hospital and how he was just full Terminator, I bet that took a lot of energy, Katie.
Oh, how to take so much energy, Travis.
And when you need a lot of energy, he didn't have this, but what would have helped him with this is W. Because, W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. W contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. W has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. W contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have, Katie. They don't have them.
I know.
No, W also uses Neurofactor, a patented all-natural coffee cherry extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives W its laser focus and fast reflex effect, making it especially perfect for gamers and those of you massacring an entire hospital. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and the product will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. W is also sugar-free. Like I mentioned, it's maltodextrin-free, and it's keto-friendly. So go to w.creatiaworld.com and use the code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today. That's w.creatiaworld.com. Receive 10% off your order today. Now, staying with some gaming stuff translated to the screen, we have a new trailer for the new Pokemon animated series.
All right.
Okay. Did you watch any of the old Pokemon series?
Yeah. Like the OG series. Mm-hmm. I watched like the old movies. I watched nothing really like newer I've watched. Right. Yeah. I may or may not have like grown out of my Pokemon phase, I guess, but like I'll always love like the old stuff.
Yeah, same. I watched the, that original first series of him going all the way through fighting, in the Pokemon League and losing, and some of the stuff after that, like when they found Togepi and all that kind of stuff. and Wobble Fat, and some of that stuff. I watched right around there is when I was no longer watching it, and it wasn't even because I didn't want to watch it anymore. It was like I think it was a combination of like when it was coming on at that point and all that kind of stuff. Because I became a busy ass teenager, and it just didn't work. But
I understand.
new series because Ash is gone now. Ash is retiring. I'd like to retire at 12 years old too, But
if only that were easy.
yeah. I mean, after losing at the Pokemon League 17 times.
After you get the one, it's all that matters.
You're right. You're right. Let me go ahead. This make sure you can hear it once I start it up. Okay. Roy, the boy with the mysterious Pokeball.
Captain Pikachu.
Okay, so this is that's the cat from the new Pokemon game, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it is. Yep, because I recognize all three of them. Yeah, those are the starters from Scarlet and Violet. Okay. So that's where the new series is set. I'm with it. Okay.
How and when did Pikachu become a captain?
I don't know. I mean, if he can be a detective, he can be anything,
Ooh, true. You're right. Good call. He was a great detective.
I had never heard of Captain Pikachu before, but it doesn't surprise me that there's a Captain Pikachu. You just do Pikachu everything because Pikachu is money.
True.
Like it's actually like in the dictionary. You look up money in the dictionary. There's a picture of Pikachu next to it now. Like
just a baby little Pikachu just hanging out.
Licensed to print money.
I mean, Pikachu's the most notable Pokemon.
He is. So, got a little more here. Zack Snyder's got a game coming out. So, this comes from comicbook.com article. Jesus, what is happening today?
It's a Monday, Travis. Just blame it on the Mondays.
Man, Cade Onder. I think it's the name that's the problem. Cade Onder. Made up. There's no way that's a real name. They did that just to trip me up. So, Zack Snyder's new movie that's coming out later this year, Rebel Moon, it's getting its own video game. So, Zack Snyder's next movie, Rebel Moon, is getting a video game, and it seems like it will be more than just some basic mobile tie-in. Zack Snyder is a director that is known for his visual flair, incredible action sequences, and sense of scale. Some have noted or criticized his movies sometimes look and feel like video games due to his pretty distinct directing style. At one point in the late 2000s, this article actually says the 200s, I'm assuming they mean 2000s, Zack Snyder had even signed a deal with EA to help make a handful of games, but none of them ever came to fruition. The closest we've ever really gotten is a game based on his Watchmen film, but it wasn't anything special. However, according to Zack Snyder, Zack Snyder has confirmed he has a new video game based on his new sci-fi Netflix movie, Rebel Moon, on the way. In a recent interview with the Nerd Queens, Zack Snyder talks about how he is assisting in the development of a new RPG in the Rebel Moon universe. He described it as huge and immersive while revealing he has always wanted to do an RPG. While he didn't say who was working on it or what platforms it will be available on, he claimed the scale is ridiculous, but neglected to give specifics because he isn't supposed to talk about it in the first place. He also briefly mentioned something about not wanting to do something casual, but switching his train of thought mid-sentence. It certainly doesn't sound like a mobile game, but honestly, it's hard to say what this game will look like right now. So how you feel about a Zack Snyder video game, Katie?
I mean, he clearly doesn't have much luck, so what are we really expecting here?
I don't know, but if it happens, I'd be all the way down for it. So looking at what the basic, like, description, the synopsis of the movie Rebel Moon is, like, the people of a galaxy send a young woman to seek out warriors from other planets from the to help them from the tyrannical armies that are terrorizing their peaceful colony. That's a weird sentence.
That is very
Um,
weird.
but I mean, what it's saying here sounds like an RPG. Like, it's
Yeah,
basically like, go out there, put together a party, and adventure. Like,
yeah,
that is an RPG. So I'm like, yeah, do it.
yeah. I mean, it could be good. We don't know yet. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I'm down for it. We'll see how it is, and, like, when it gets closer to the time, I'm sure we'll get trailers and gameplay stuff and all that.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's see, what else do we have here. Katie, did you watch the Russell Crowe movie Gladiator?
I couldn't tell you the last time I watched it. I remember watching it maybe once or twice. I don't even know how long ago that was.
Okay. Well, they're doing a sequel, if you didn't know. But they're looking at Denzel Washington co-starring in this movie alongside Paul Mescal. So yeah, two-time Academy Award winner Denzel Washington is in talks to co-star alongside Paul Mescal in Gladiator 2, the sequel to Ridley Scott's award-winning film. According to a report from Deadline, Scott and Paramount Pictures CEO and President Brian Robbins approached Washington with an offer for a major role that is yet to be disclosed, and they were unsure if he would take it. However, sources close to the sequel's development said Washington was excited about the role Scott tailored for him upon reading the script, which led to a meeting between the two. This would mark Washington and Scott's first collaboration since 2007's American Gangster. Fantastic movie. Um, Mescal has been cast to play Lucius, the son of Lucilla, nephew of Commodus, which is Joaquin Phoenix's character in that movie, and grandson to Marcus Aurelius, who in the first film was Emperor of Rome until Maximus ascended the throne following his murder. The sequel revolves around a grown-up Lucius as he becomes emperor.
Hmm. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Why not?
so yeah, I kind of like. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Like, I remember the nephew, but I specifically remember the nephew because I remember Joaquin Phoenix's character being like really creepy and telling a story about how he was basically going to kill his mother if his mother didn't tell him everything she knew, and yeah, and her watching it happen and all. Yeah, that's really what I remember about the nephew. But
Yeah, there's not much to remember about the nephew.
yeah,
But Denzel Washington's fucking awesome. So
oh yeah,
I'm in.
yeah. I mean, I'm with it too. Now, one thing about this though, what would have made this movie better is if Lucius had a dog.
Yeah,
You should have a dog. Everything is
yeah,
better when you add a dog. And if you have a dog in your life, you want to take good care of that dog. And when you do that, you want to go to dog.com because dog.com is your online dog supplies, shopping, and information destination. Everything your dog needs, from toys to treats and food, is available, including collars and leashes. They even have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friends. So if you're going on an adventure with your dog, if you're a gladiator, you take your dog out there. He needs outdoor gear. Get it
yeah.
at dog.com. So go to dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. That's dog.creationworld.com. Receive up to 64% off your order today. Link is in the description. All right, let's see. We got a little bit more here, Kate. We got a little more.
Okay.
Let's go to this trailer here. From Two. Have you heard of this?
No.
Looks like it's interesting, and I'm willing to give it a look.
Okay.
It's a horror thing, so we'll see.
Oh, I love horror stuff. So
Yeah, let's take a look here. Matt said I should watch it, so I'm gonna watch it.
okay.
Sometimes I regret listening to Matt, but we'll see what happens. Oh shit. Michael Dawson. I mean, that's not his actual name. That was his name on Lost, but yeah. Oh, okay.
We've got some problems.
It all
It
makes
was
sense.
Bad Robot from the Lost
They're
People.
gonna react when we tell them they can't leave. Look, I know this sounds crazy, but none of you are safe here.
Whoa, what the hell is she talking about? We are all in this thing together.
There are things around here that walk and talk just like us until they walk up to you and rip your guts out.
Damn.
There is no way out.
Oh, thank God we heard the screaming.
You picked a bad spot.
Oh damn.
Stars shining bright above you.
I need to do whatever I can to get these people home.
Light breezes seem to whisper, I love you.
Oh yeah, that's not creepy at all. Okay.
What if all this was designed just to see how we react?
Dream a little dream of me.
This ain't real.
What if it's all just a dream?
Whew.
Something happened to me out there. Something I don't understand.
This place isn't what you think.
Broken people don't survive here, boy.
Fear is what makes us heroes.
I'm seeing a lot of people pushed to their edge. You ever wonder if maybe that's the point?
But in your dreams, whatever they be,
Whew.
dream a little dream of me.
So this is season 2, I guess.
Looks like we gotta go watch season 1.
Yeah, clearly. I'm always down for some Harold Perrineau. Like another one of those actors out there that's really underrated, just doesn't get enough credit for like how good he fucking is.
Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued. It's like doppelgangers, because like if you like, the superstition is if you see your doppelganger in the wild, in real life, then they'll kill you. So that's kind of what they were saying. Like
There can be only one.
People who are walking, talking like us until they get up close. That's the vibe I get. So
yeah, it's creepy as shit. But moving on to something a bit more uplifting here. Katie, I know you're a gamer, but
I am.
Did you ever play any of the Persona games?
I have not. No.
Okay. So, Persona 5 is getting a spin-off game that's actually on mobile. So the Persona series is getting a new spin-off, Persona 5, The Phantom X, which seems to adapt the core gameplay of the series to mobile devices. This comes from Game Rant, written by Drew Swanson. So the Persona series has received a lot of attention this year. First with ports Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden to modern platforms, and most recently the announcement of the mobile title Persona 5, The Phantom X, also known as Persona Phantom of the Night. Although many fans have been eagerly awaiting the announcement of a new mainline Persona game, a solid-looking new mobile title could be exciting enough to tie fans over in the meantime. While Persona 5, The Phantom X has so far only been announced for release in China, it could see a release in other countries in the future. It's clear Persona 5, the Phantom X, isn't meant to serve as a replacement for Persona 6, as it advertises itself as a free to play mobile title, which likely means it will include some form of, you know, gotcha mechanics, the little
Hmm.
microtransactions and whatnot. I hate that shit so much. However, from what has been shown of the game, it looks like it will faithfully adapt the core gameplay loop of Persona 5 to mobile devices. While it's not yet known how deep free to play content will run for this game, the gameplay shown so far has been promising, and the worldwide release would likely draw interest from series fans.
Okay.
I'm kind of liking where mobile games have been going recently because I didn't used to be somebody that played mobile games. There are some that have come out more recently in the last like year or so that have gotten my attention. Like Marvel Snap is one that's just like there's no reason this game should be this fucking good. And also they released like Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge on mobile, and it's just like this is cool because I was when I played, I'm like, how are they going to make this work? It's like it's a side scroller beat 'em up. How do you do that on mobile?
Mhm.
They did it. Like it's just like, oh, this is really fucking good. But yeah, the whole concept of Persona, at least Persona 5, I can because this is the world that they're in, is you're playing this kid. His persona is the Joker, where they put on a mask, and when they're in this other world, they put on these masks, and they're able to do all kind of crazy magic and fantastical shit, try to destroy the shadows and all that kind of stuff of people, and fix things in the real world through fighting in that world. It's really fucking
Okay.
cool. And it's one that like when it didn't pay much attention when they first came out, but then I played Persona 5 and I'm like, oh, this is fucking fantastic. Like this is me playing an anime right now and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like an interesting concept, and if people really liked the game, then they'll more than likely be happy with the mobile game that's coming out.
If it's what it's showing here, I don't like the whole free to play thing because those typically be the ones that they're like trying to pick at you with microtransactions over and over again. It actually would end up costing you more than a real game would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be down for it. I'd give it a shot, see how it works. Let's see. We got one more thing, but before we do that, mention in Persona. You gotta wear, they have the mask that they put on and take on different persona and they can perform magical things. And sometimes you want to be able to perform some magical things in the bedroom, Katie. And and when you do that, you need a little help. Just like they need their mask and persona, you need a little help. And the way you get some help is by going to Adam and Eve. So, Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted and reliable adult toy store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men and women, straight or gay, or anything in between, Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including but not limited to vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples toys, lube, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, Adam and Eve stands behind all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, or penis ring, you can get a full refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. That's adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping. As always, the link is in the description.
Good job.
All right. So we got one more thing here, Katie. Star Wars Jedi Survivor just dropped a new story trailer.
Okay.
Did you play the first the Jedi Fallen Order?
I haven't. I mean, I just got into like everything Star Wars like 2 years ago, roughly.
Oh, how'd that happen?
Long story short, because I've talked to Matt, Enrique, and Justin about this many a time. I had a friend in college. She was very obsessed with everything Star Wars, and then we had a huge falling out, and I was just like, no, anything, because it just
Reminded you of that friend.
bad juju. So it took me a while, but I finally, watched all the movies. Mandalorian, I love. I'm currently watching that, obviously, and like I haven't gotten to the animated stuff yet. I'll get there eventually. And same with the games, but this game does look really good.
Yeah. So let's check out this story trailer. I don't even know the story from the first one, but we'll see. I don't know if you know about my history with Star Wars, but
I do not.
Oh, it's just one of those things I just don't care. Like I don't actively dislike it. It's not one of those things like, oh, I hate Star Wars. Like, I don't want to see anywhere near me. I just don't care. Like I've tried to watch it and I'm just like, I just don't care.
It's not for everybody.
I was the same way about Harry Potter. It was just like, in most cases, when time they tried to show it to me, I tried to watch the movies. It was back when I was working in Universal Studios, and the last one was coming out, and all of us were able to go see it for free. When it right before it came out, like an early screening of it and everything. I'm like, okay, well, I need to watch the first ones before I get to this one. And I sat down to watch the movies, and I got through the first one and got like halfway through the second one, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about these kids. And I turned it off. Like, I just don't care. Then, Hogwarts Legacy is a fun game. It looked like a fun game. So I checked it out. So like, I got to the point where like, I like the world. I know I like the world, but that's about as far as it goes with the Potter stuff. But I understand. Same with Star Wars. It's just like, I should love this. I just don't. But let's check this out.
It's been a long 5 years. We've tried to resist. Fear and mistrust rule the galaxy.
Oh, we're gonna kill the little thing.
Cal, look into the fire. It will warm you.
Yeah, that's what fire does.
But left unchecked, it will consume everything until there is only ash.
Okay.
How could you let the galaxy
I'm down to dual wield lightsabers.
Machine of an empire.
Hope may feel beyond our grasp. But I think we finally found somewhere the Empire can't reach us.
Imagine. No more looking over your shoulder.
A place that's worth fighting for. No matter the cost.
Okay.
They want you to pre-order now, not later.
Well, yeah, you have to do it right now. There's no other way to do it, Travis. You have to do it right now.
Clearly. But yeah. How you feeling about a new the sequel, I guess, to Star Wars Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order to Jedi Survivor?
I mean, it makes me kind of want to go see what the first game's about, since I haven't played it and I don't really know much about it.
You a PlayStation kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, you said The Last of Us. It was the first one was free on PlayStation Plus last month, I think, or month before.
Oh, okay.
You been downloading your free PS Plus games?
No.
Oh, you lost it then. It's not there anymore.
I suck. I know.
Yeah, just add them to your library every month. Even if you're not going to play them, add them to your library, like for real. And then if you ever decide you're going to play them, you have all these games you can play now. It's just
that's true.
Just add them to the library. You don't have to download them. Just add them to the library.
You're right.
You just got to claim them. I tell people that all the time. Just claim them anyway. I don't want to play it. Claim it anyway.
Yeah.
You paid for it. Like it's just
It's true.
you pay for it, so take what you paid for, and who knows? One day you might change your mind. Like, you know what? I do want to check that out, and you just check it out because it's there. You have it. You don't have anything else to play right now. There you go.
Very true.
I got a few of them sitting in my library like that. Like I might try this one day. Probably not, but I might.
In case of emergencies type of game.
Exactly. You get it.
I understand.
But yeah, I think that'll be it for today, Katie. You don't have any breaking news for us, do you?
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Sometimes breaking news happens, so we got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, I got nothing for you, Travis.
Okay. That's okay. That's forgivable. But thank you all for watching. Those of you who are not watching live or planning on watching us later, are watching later, know that you can watch us live by going to twitch.tv/Creatia World. We are live there every day, Monday through Friday at lunchtime, giving you all that news in the nerdish world. If you're there, throw us a subscription. If you have Amazon Prime, then you have Prime Gaming, which means you get a free Twitch subscription each month. Connect them. Subscribe for free. Helps us out a lot. And honestly, if you don't use it on us, use it on somebody. Give it to your favorite Twitch streamer, whoever that might be. I prefer you use it on us because I think we're worth it. But, throw it somebody's way. Don't let Bezos just sit on that mountain of money. Don't let him just Scrooge McDuck with your money all the time. Like, take some of it and give it to somebody who you think deserves it. You can also watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/Creatia World. If you want to watch us later, you can also watch us on youtube.com/Creatia World. But while you're there, hit that subscription button again. That's free. That don't cost you nothing. Mm-hmm. That helps us out a lot. But also, you can hit that little notification bell there and like, yo, let me know every time they drop something. So every time we drop a new episode of the Creatia Conversation, every time a new episode of Creators in Creatia comes out, where I'm interviewing and talking with different creators in the media world because creators are cool. You can go there and check it out and see it. Every time something drops, you'll be notified. Do that. But if you also want to watch us later, there's another way to do that. And it's actually Matrix's favorite way for you to do it. You go to pornhub.com/model/Creatia World and watch us there. So check us out, hang out, chill after you finish what you're doing with yourself or with a partner. I don't know your life. I'm not judging you. Or do it while you watch us, with yourself or with a partner. I don't know, like I said. But if you do it, get some help. Go to adamandeve.creatiaworld.com and use the code erotica and get 50% off and get some help because it's fun. And, toys are cool too. So go there. Also, if you want to throw us a little bit of financial support and get a little extra stuff along with it, go to patreon.com/Creatia World where you get, extra shit like Return to Wrestling with myself and the Ward Matt Ritter. A new episode of that is actually going to be dropping today. It went up yesterday. Shit, I did that. Yeah, I did it already. My bad. I'm doing a lot here. Also, a new episode. There's episodes of Multiverse with myself and Mara the Shark Watkins. New episode that'll be up later on this week. But yeah, extra stuff for $1. You get a lot of extra shit. $1 a month.
I pay the $1 a month.
Yeah, man. And then higher tiers, you get more shit.
Yeah.
So do that. Do that, people. Get your shit for $1.
$1.
Also, though, if you really just want to know about us and everything we do, you can go to creatiaworld.com. That's where you find out the good stuff, the fun stuff. Like, what's my favorite drink? What's Matt's favorite ice cream?
The hard-hitting questions.
Exactly. The important stuff. That's where you find all that out. But you also can see, about all the shows we do and links to everything and all that is there as well. Go to creatiaworld.com. But on the socials, you can find us Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at It's Creatia World. That's at ITSCREATIA World. As always, I'm not telling you how to spell word. If you don't know how to spell word, get a goddamn dictionary, get your life together. Or watch the video version. It's actually right here. You can look at it and you can see it. Read it. Right there.
Right there.
Also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. If you are a fan of the Game of Thrones world, House of the Dragon, all that, you go to facebook.com/group/them dragons and hang out with us there. Talk all things Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, while we complain about how long it's taking for another season to come out, even though the last season just came out. Who cares? Let's see. Also, if you're a wrestling fan, though, it's facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw, the official group for the podcast Smacking It Raw, also presented by Creatia World, starring the Warden, Matt Ritter, Vince Daddy Delgado, and someone else we know who's a very frequent contributor to that show. Do you happen to know who that is? I'm not sure. Do you know? Oh, no.
It's me.
Oh, it's you. That's you,
It's me.
Katie, baby. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Katie, where can they find you? Tell them all about you. Plug your shit, all that.
Yeah, there's a lot. You can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. The link tree in my bio to take everything ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. It's usually like 6:15 because Savannah's late, but I just say 6. It's way easier. YouTube.com/ShElite Showcase. Watch videos. They're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts if you want to listen. ShElite Showcase is the brand and the weekly show me and my co-host Savannah do. Inside the Mind of is an interview series I do, which Travis has so graciously been a part of.
I have.
He is. It's on there. You can go watch it or listen to
watch
it.
it. Where can they watch it? Where can they watch that at?
YouTube.com/ShElite Showcase.
Oh, okay. Just making sure they know.
As they should. And a new one with Savannah actually just dropped today.
Where's
so
that
you
at?
can go check that out. YouTube.com/ShElite Showcase.
Okay, just making sure. We got to make sure they know.
They should know at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of other stuff we do on that channel. And the last thing I did was Getting Offed, also a Creatia World show, I guess. Yeah,
show, product, whatever you want to call it.
Product. I think product is the
Presentation.
word I was trying to think of, and it didn't come to mind.
Right.
But we did that this past weekend. We covered Scream 6. We, of course, being Matt, myself, Reek, and Jus. We are the core 4. It is mentioned throughout the entire episode.
Oh.
It's a great time. I love doing the horror stuff with Matt and all of them, so you can go check that out.
I imagine you do. I can only take so much Matt per week, so.
Oh, he's a good guy. It's fine.
I
We've
didn't
also
say he
known him
wasn't
for
a
like
good guy.
20 years.
Oh, 20? No. I'm going to need you to up that number.
I said at least.
Yeah. You want the exact number? 26. 26 years. That's how long I've known
Okay, that's
this kid.
literally how old I am, Travis. So
I've known him your entire life, Katie.
can you believe it?
That's think I need to get rid of him. It's too long. As always, you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cusslet. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Anything else, Katie?
No, that's it.
All
For having
right.
me on.
Thanks for being here. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. It will be the Warden, Matt Ritter, and Vince Daddy Delgado tomorrow. But we'll see you at lunchtime. Until then, we out.